Hello everyone, it is Warrior and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm just going to be sharing with you guys something a little bit special. It's not official, it's definitely not confirmed, it's just my opinions, and I'm going to be talking about what I think might be the next galactic legend to come to the game, and why I think that might be the galactic legend, why CG might have a motive to make that the next galactic legend, and the next galactic legend is probably not coming until 2022, but I thought I'd make this video anyways, and of course if something does get confirmed, I will make an update video just explaining everything that is going on. But let's go ahead, and the first thing I wanted to point out was the different factions in this game. So if you take a look at the factions, I think what they are trying to do is the factions that have a ton of characters, they're kind of trying to make it so you have to more or less year 13 all of those characters, and they're including some characters that are not really the best. Like, for example, we take a good look at our resistance characters and our first order characters. I'm pretty sure for Rey, you literally need all of these characters, or most all of these characters, all at year 13. Same thing for the First Order. You need all the First Order characters at year 13 in order to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo. So I think they're kind of starting to try to slowly check off the different categories and make a galactic legend for each category. Now, my prediction is that the next galactic legend, it would make the most sense, would to be maybe Jabba the Hutt. And why I think that they might do Jabba the Hutt is, first of all, let's take a look at the bounty hunters. You know, and I know, that the bounty hunters are working for Jabba the Hutt all the time. You got these guys working for him all the time, doing deals with him, and they did include a lot of relic bounty hunter requirements in the Executor. New thing that was released, the Executor, the capital ship. They included a lot of bounty hunter requirements to unlock the Executor. And I did notice that they did leave some bounty hunters out. So if you look at the Executor battle over here in the Journey Guide, you go to Journey Guides, you go to the final tier, Executor. You have, just speaking of the bounty hunters, you have Boba Fett, Dengar, IG-88, and Bosk. And then you have a couple ships. Those are 4 bounty hunters right there. Now let's go back to the bounty hunters. First off, if you go to these bounty hunters, some of these other guys that are not needed for the Executor are needed for other galactic legends. You've seen it as a pattern. You see Cad Bane is needed for, I believe, Master Kenobi. Same thing with Jango Fett. And Zam Wesell is needed for Lord Vader. I believe Dengar is also needed for Lord Vader. So you see, a lot of these bounty hunters are being included already. But, and Embo is too. Sorry, I forgot about that. But I think that 2 characters, if we were to see a Jabba the Hutt Galactic Legend, I'm thinking that Greedo and Aurra Sing might be some requirements. Because 1, it would kind of round out all of the bounty hunters that you would need to be a required relic character in order just to unlock all the legendaries and all of the top-end teams in the game. And Jabba the Hutt wouldn't be a galactic legend. He wouldn't have, well, no, if Jabba the Hutt was a galactic legend, he probably wouldn't have the bounty hunter tag, but that's because they want to include all these characters that you are required to relic, and they're probably going to give him the Scoundrel tag, and definitely if they do make him a galactic legend. So I'm thinking if he is a galactic legend, those are 2 requirements that you could definitely possibly see. Aurra Sing and Greedo. Because Aurra Sing is also a Scoundrel as well as a bounty hunter, and same thing with Greedo. Scoundrels and bounty hunters. Now, let's just take another look at the Scoundrels. There is a lot of different Scoundrels that I could see being possible requirements for Jabba the Hutt. Now, like I said, none of this is confirmed. This is just my thoughts and my opinions. you can let me know if you agree or disagree. Gamorrean Guard, I think that is a pretty obvious one right there. Gamorrean Guard should definitely be required to unlock Jabba the Hutt. Heck, he's right in the palace. He's part of the Rancor raid, basically, and he is such like a symbol of Jabba the Hutt. I could not see them making a Jabba the Hutt Galactic Legend and not requiring this guy because he is so much a part of Jabba in his palace. That's someone who I could see them requiring. Now, I'm not just saying that they throw in random scoundrels from all over the world. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, you look around randomly, you pick one, Canderous Ordo, yeah, he's gonna be required. No, I'm trying to decipher this as how they could make money, but they could also create a theme to it, and they could require you to create, or they could require you to relic Han Solo and Chewbacca. However, I think they can be a little bit more creative than that. And I'm not trying to give them any ideas. I would think it would be a lot easier for people to unlock a Galactic Legend if they had characters that you already most likely had relic from previous requirements, or they're just good teams to relic, like Han Solo and Chewbacca. I don't see Chewbacca right now. Over here, this Chewbacca down here, at the bottom. But I could see them doing something crazy like requiring young Han Solo and Vandor Chewbacca, because not a lot of people have those characters relict. They are variants of Chewbacca, or they are variants of Han Solo and Chewbacca. They could have had previous interactions with Jabba. That may be why they got into trouble, and I'm not going to do any spoilers in this video, but there might be coming out with a Han Solo 2, and that might be something that is included, some history between them. And like I said, this might be in a long time, but it is something that could definitely happen, and I could totally see them requiring Grander Chewbacca and young Han Solo instead of the regular Han Solo and Chewbacca, because that's just another way that they could make money. Other characters that they could include, I don't think they would include the Mandalorian or Grief Karga, just because he's needed for Beskar Armor Mando already, and you're already required to get these characters. They don't really want to make it, so you have to. They want to earn money, and I don't find that super likely to happen. I also don't find it super likely for them to include random characters like Mob Enforcers or some of these absolutely trash characters, Coruscant Underworld Police Pilot. I really do not expect them to do that. The only reason they required a Tusken to unlock Lord Vader was because, I'm not going to do spoilers, that is related to the movie, and you'll see, I'm sure you already know, Anakin and the Tuskens have a big connection, so that is something why they kind of tied it to the storyline of the Galactic Legend, and that's why they made it a requirement. But characters that I would love to see them make as a requirement, now, we already know the next Galactic Legend is going to require Relic 8s, and today with the new introduction of Relic 9s, they're probably going to require Relic 9s too. So I'm not really worried about requesting characters for them to make that are already really, really good, even if it takes you till end game, very late game to unlock them, because you're going to need to be in a good guild doing Relic 8 raids and Relic 9 territory, or most likely. So, I think it would be great if they included Enfys Nest on this list. Now, let me know in the comments what you would want them to include. I think Enfys Nest would be a great requirement for a Galactic Legend Jabba. Not super on theme, but as you see, they have been off theme, like Dengar for Lord Vader. Like, they can go a little bit off theme. Enfys Nest is a great character to have relicked, and I'm sure people would not mind relicking their Enfys Nest if they already have a reason to relic her, because she is such a great character and she can take out some good teams. So that would be a character that I would really love if they included. Now, I think they are going to definitely include some characters that are already included, like they're probably definitely going to include stuff like Bosk, Boba Fett, some of the other bounty hunters, and I don't even know. I don't know how many they're going to include because for the Executor, you already need quite a bit of these characters, so they want to be making as much money as possible, but I'm definitely going to think that they will make some of these characters overlapping, and that's what's going to happen. But I think that there may be some new characters coming, and I think that those characters are definitely also going to be required. We have some news that there's going to be some new marquee characters coming, and my predictions, maybe Fennec Shaw. I don't know her name. Sorry, it's something like that. I'm not gonna spoil, but the other variant of Boba Fett, I think he could definitely be a new character coming to the game, and if they're a new character, they're almost most definitely going to be a requirement for the next Galactic Legend. And finally, this is the last thing. I think Big Fortuna, sometime before Jabba is, I almost just said invented. I've been doing too much school. Before Galactic Legend Jabba comes out, or maybe alongside with him, Big Fortuna will be added to the game because Big Fortuna is kind of Jabba's right-hand man, and I think that they could definitely add him. They could definitely add stuff like translator droids, maybe some more Gamorreans. There's a lot of cool stuff that they could take. They could go in this direction with. They can make it really, really cool, and I would love to see a Galactic Legend Jabba in the game. I think that would be absolutely amazing, and I would be really, really excited for that. Other characters that I think might be required, I really don't know. I think that they might require Beskar Armor Mando because he's kind of a new character. It's not guaranteed, but they might require him. It seems like every Galactic Legend kind of requires at least one or two legendaries that you need to unlock them. Beskar Armor Mando would be an easy legendary to include because he's kind of a newer character, and that would make sense if they did not include Grief Karga or the Mandalorian, the other one, in their list of relics to unlock Galactic Legend Jabba, because that would mean you have to farm them on top of farming a relic Beskar Armor Mando, so that might be something to do. I could also see them requiring, like, maybe Commander Ahsoka Tano or Maul. I mean, Commander Ahsoka Tano is a scoundrel after all, but I really hope they don't do this because, as we know right now, Commander Ahsoka Tano and Maul, and the Razor Crest for that matter, are all tied to Conquest, so hopefully they do not do that, but hey, I'm just trying to speculate what they will do. And I honestly, gonna be honest with you guys, whenever there's an update, even if it's negative or positive for being OP or breaking the game, I honestly usually just embrace it and welcome it with open arms because I love this game so much, and even if it hurts at the moment, I usually just try to persevere and fit through. But I can definitely understand that a lot of people would not be happy if characters like Commander Ahsoka Tano and Maul were required for the next Galactic Legend. So, with that being said, hopefully they do not do that. But yeah, like I said, other characters, it's kind of hard to tell with Galactic Legend Jabba. They might repeat some characters, like characters they could repeat, maybe 3PO and Chewie, Han Solo, or Chewbacca. All these characters I've already said, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see what is coming forward and just have some great time in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But you are going to have a lot of time to catch up, and not a lot of time. They're giving you a little bit of time before they're going to release the next Galactic Legend, so you'll have a little bit of time to have some variety, farm for what you want to farm, and make some good progress before they unleash. What is this? Invent, unlock, unleash. I don't know. I keep creating so many words. This is fantastic. But you're going to have a little bit of time before the next Galactic Legend comes out. And the last thing that I forgot to say, there has been this kind of common theme where they have required a ship for each galactic legend, and it makes the most sense to me that they would require Han's Millennium Falcon, because Han's Millennium Falcon is totally on theme. They could require something like Slave One or something weird, I don't know, but I think it would make the most sense to me if they required Han's Millennium Falcon. This is another example. You need to get a legendary Chewbacca. It gives you like a few different other things that you need to farm. But at the end of the day, we really don't know what could happen. Anything could happen, and I'm just excited to be playing this game. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, I'm trying to reach 15 subscribers in the next week, so thank you. If you could subscribe, it would mean a lot to me, and the channel has been doing really well so far, so I appreciate that. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.